What if I told you that in just 180 days, you could completely transform your life? That's not some get-rich-quick fantasy. That's the revolutionary approach Robert Kiyosaki has been teaching for decades. The man who shattered conventional wisdom with Rich Dad, Poor Dad didn't just write about wealth creation, he mapped out a systematic path that anyone can follow. And today, we're breaking down his most powerful 180-day framework that has helped millions escape the rat race. Most people think building wealth takes decades of grinding away at a job, slowly climbing the corporate ladder. But Kiyosaki discovered something the wealthy have known for generations. It's not about how long you work, it's about how smart you work. The rich don't trade time for money. They create systems that generate money while they sleep. Here's the shocking truth that most financial advisors won't tell you. Traditional advice like save 10% of your income and invest in a 401k is designed to keep you trapped in mediocrity. Kiyosaki calls this the biggest lie ever told to the middle class. While everyone else is following this outdated playbook, the wealthy are playing an entirely different game, a game that requires strategy, knowledge, and action. So what makes this 180-day approach so powerful? It's based on 3 fundamental shifts that separate the rich from everyone else. First, you must change how you think about money. Second, you need to understand the difference between assets and liabilities. And third, you have to start building passive income streams immediately. These are not optional, they are mandatory if you want to accelerate your financial life. Let's start with the mindset revolution. Kiyosaki learned from his rich dad that poor people work for money, while rich people make money work for them. This isn't just a clever saying, it's a complete paradigm shift. Most people wake up thinking about how to earn more money from their job. Wealthy people wake up thinking about how to acquire more assets that generate income without their direct involvement. The mindset is everything. If you don't see opportunities around you, you'll never create them. Your brain has to be trained to spot investments, to recognize value, and to embrace calculated risk. The first 30 days of this transformation are all about financial education. Kiyosaki emphasizes that school teaches you to be an employee, not an entrepreneur. You need to unlearn the programming that says trading time for money is the only way to survive. Start reading books about investing, real estate, and business. Attend seminars, watch educational content, and surround yourself with people who think differently about money. The people you spend time with will influence your thinking more than any course or book you can consume. Seek mentors, find investors, network with entrepreneurs, absorb their knowledge like a sponge. During this phase, you'll also conduct a brutal financial audit. List every expense, every debt, and every source of income. Kiyosaki teaches that most people think their house is an asset, but if it's taking money out of your pocket every month, it's actually a liability. True assets put money in your pocket whether you're working or not. Learn to differentiate between what truly grows your wealth and what drains it. This self-awareness is uncomfortable but necessary. Look at every recurring subscription, every loan, and every spending habit. Ask yourself, does this help me build wealth, or does it hold me back? Days 31 through 90 focus on eliminating bad debt and identifying opportunities. Not all debt is evil. Kiyosaki distinguishes between good debt and bad debt. Good debt helps you acquire income-producing assets. Bad debt drains your resources for things that depreciate in value. Credit card debt for consumer goods is bad debt. A loan to purchase rental property that generates positive cash flow is good debt. Understanding this distinction is critical because it shapes your decisions about leveraging money for growth. This is where most people get stuck because they're afraid to take calculated risks. Kiyosaki learned from his rich dad that the biggest risk is playing it safe. While everyone else is afraid of losing money, successful people are learning from their mistakes and getting better at making investment decisions. Mistakes aren't failures, they're lessons disguised as setbacks. Every investment, even small losses, is training your financial intelligence. Start small, but start now. Look for opportunities in your local market. Maybe it's a duplex you can house hack, living in one unit while renting out the other. Maybe it's starting a simple business that solves a problem you've identified. Maybe it's buying dividend stocks or digital assets that grow over time. Even selling a simple product online can be your first step. The key is taking action rather than waiting for the perfect opportunity. Momentum compounds, and waiting is the enemy of wealth. Days 91 through 150 are about scaling and systemizing. Once you've made your first successful investment or started generating additional income, it's time to reinvest those profits. This is where compound growth accelerates your progress. Kiyosaki calls this velocity of money, how fast your money moves from one investment to another. A dollar that sits idle is a dollar lost. Every reinvested dollar multiplies your potential. Many people make the mistake of lifestyle inflation. They earn more money and immediately increase their spending. Wealthy people do the opposite. They maintain their expenses while reinvesting every extra dollar into more assets. This discipline separates those who build lasting wealth from those who just appear wealthy. True wealth is measured by assets, not appearances. The final 30 days focus on optimization and expansion. By now, you should have multiple income streams starting to flow. Real estate, business income, dividend-paying stocks, or other investments should be generating money independently of your time investment. This is when you start seeing the exponential effects of your efforts. The systems you put in place begin to work for you, not the other way around. Kiyosaki also emphasizes building financial intelligence continuously. Don't stop learning after 180 days. Attend workshops, read case studies, and analyze other people's investment moves. Surround yourself with people who are smarter than you in different areas. Wealth is rarely created alone. It is a result of collaboration, learning, and observing. But here's what Kiyosaki emphasizes most. This isn't really about the money. It's about freedom. Financial freedom gives you choices. You can pursue your passions, spend time with family, travel, or contribute to causes you care about without worrying about paying bills. This freedom is priceless. Money is just the tool. The life you can design with it is the true reward. The wealthy understand something profound that Kiyosaki teaches. You don't work for money, you work to learn. Every job, every investment, every business venture is an opportunity to acquire skills and knowledge that increase your earning potential. Poor people work to pay bills. Rich people work to become more valuable. This shift in purpose transforms every action you take. Remember, becoming rich in 180 days doesn't mean you'll have millions in the bank. It means you'll have established the systems, mindset, and income streams that will inevitably lead to wealth. You'll have broken free from the employee mindset and started thinking like an investor and entrepreneur. You'll be awake to opportunities that others miss, and you'll have the tools to turn those opportunities into real results. The path exists, the strategies work, and the timeline is achievable. The question isn't whether it's possible, the question is whether you're ready to stop making excuses and start taking action. Your 180-day transformation begins with a single decision to think differently about money. Your journey starts today, and every small step compounds into a life you once only dreamed of.